हाँ डॉक्टर साहब, आप स्टार्ट करिए, सची जी।
जी सर. Good evening, everyone. I, Dr. Shachi Sanger, and our first speaker. So, I introduce our first speaker, Ms. Surekha Nistala, founder and CEO of Nistala's Group, an inspiring all women farm to fork initiative committed to promoting healthy, sustainable, and community driven food system. She has been patiently working to empower farmers, support rural women, and bring clean, nutritious, and directly from farms to families. Ms. Surekha is known for her strong advocacy of regenerative agriculture, soil health empowerment, and farmer upliftment. Through her efforts, she has helped create modern, practical farming models and direct market linkage that ensure better incomes for farming communities. She is also the creator of Nistala's Soul Bowls, a popular home cooked vegetarian meal brand that focused on traditional, wholesome, and chemical free food. Her women led FOCO origin retail model has encouraged many women to step into entrepreneurship and wellness based businesses. Her impactful work has earned recognitions such as Best Women Caterers Hyderabad 2023, Best Cloud Kitchen 2023, and Nandi Award Agriculture and Food 2024. She is also a startup Nexus entrepreneur incubated by the US Department of State and ACIR, and her enterprise has been listed among India's best 5,000 MSMEs. With a mission to create a trusted and sustainable farm to fork ecosystem, Ms. Surekha continues to inspire communities through her dedication, innovation, and leadership. And today we have two speakers, so I would like to welcome our second speaker, Dr. K. Purnachandra Kolapuri, co-founder and data scientist at Sensitive Private Limited, Hyderabad. He has more than 18 years of experience as a teacher, researcher, and AI specialist. Dr. Purna Chanda is also known for using artificial intelligence, LOT, and data sciences to solve real problems in agriculture, healthcare, safety, and the environment. Before starting Centestial, he worked as a professor in JNTUH affiliated colleges where he guided many postgraduate students and led several technology projects. At Sentinel, he worked on smart and useful technologies like Agro Insights, an AI platform that helps farmers improve soil health, crop planning, and yield. SARM, a small portable soil testing device for quick and accurate nutrient analysis. AI health devices, pocket sized tool for worker health and safety. Surakha Smart Tracker, WOW, Upadai AI tutor, and there are so many on. And he is also trained as certified by AICTE, IBM, and is a member of top professional bodies like IEEE, ACM, ISTE, and IAE. ENG. Dr. Purna Chandra strongly believes in using technology to make life better, safer, and more sustainable to everyone. So, ma'am, the stage is yours. And after that, sir, the stage is yours. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Sachi, for such a wonderful introduction. And thank you, Mr. Ankur, for giving us this opportunity to present ourselves today. Let me come straight. So, can we share our presentation?
Yes, please, please.
Okay, just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So as today we want to discuss about digital intelligence plus living soil. Important and major thing which we need to concentrate right now. Because food, our farmers and our nation's health depends on what we below the need to understand. And we are ignoring it in such a way that now the soil is dying. And we are going to explore how soil, the living organism combined with digital intelligence can transform Indian agriculture and farmers' prosperity. So let's first understand the major challenges pushing us to rethink the farming. Why we are rethinking of soil again? Because agriculture is always there in our blood. We are working on it and we know what agriculture is all about. But why we have to rethink farming now? So it's like now there are certain global and Indian agricultural challenges which we are actually facing. One second. Yeah. So by 2050, we have to like 10 billion population. The growth is a challenge, the biggest challenge which we are going to face by 2050. We're demanding of like now 70% of more food production, which we currently have. That will be the major challenge. Then the labor shortage crisis, where the major generation which we are farming right now or into the agriculture are reaching the stage where they stop farming because they are growing, and then young are not coming into the agriculture and they feel that agriculture is not profitable and agricultural careers are not being taken that seriously. So aging is the biggest crisis in the agriculture and leaving youth leaving agriculture. Then the climate uncertainty disrupting the crops and income. Technology becomes a necessity. It's not a luxury. Because technology, people say that no, it is a luxury. Only corporates use it. No, it is becoming a necessity now because we need to understand the soil properly and quickly. And when actually technology comes in, that quick assessment, what we want is coming in. So young has to come into the farming. And that's how actually we are working on. And I think the audience will agree with me what I'm talking. So now let's go below the surface, literally. The silent crisis, I should say it is a silent crisis. Why soil health matters for the Indian agriculture. Declining of soil health. Earlier, it was only half inch or a quarter inch of deep, the crack, or when actually the water is less or what. But now the soil is getting dried more than 1 feet below. And then the erosion, actually, the soil is dying. And declining fertility due to chemical overuse, it is declining. It is lowering the yields. Debt is means increasing, and distress is becoming a major aspect for the agriculture and the farmer as well. Even for the corporates who are coming into agriculture, distress is becoming more because the soil is not supporting the farming. So health of soil. What health of soil is all about? It is all about microbes plus nutrition cycle plus water retention. So when actually soil degenerates, the higher of the cost and the income goes low. So soil is degenerating. So we need to improve the health of the soil. Let me tell you a small story, kind of like a farmer may harvest a great crop 1 year, but then the soil is weak. The next year becomes a battle for him because the microbial life is dying and he is not understanding it because he is thinking the age-old farming methods and the chemicals which he is using to get this crop. Because every time whenever he is actually harvesting or when he starts his farm, he's using more of a chemicals into it because he want a higher yields. That year it is actually fine for him, but for the next year when he starts, the soil is already dead and again it needs more of it. So the nutrition values are going down. And see, one thing, we as a farmers and India, the community, our grandparents known soil as a Annadata. That's one thing why we call them farmers as Annadata. But nowadays, we need to honor the technology to keep up that word Annadata. And that's exactly what we are doing. And that's how we are regenerating the soil by traditional wisdom. When the traditional wisdom meets the modern technology, we can make wonders. And that wonders can be made when the youth come into agriculture again. And that's what we have seen, and more, we have so many use cases when we see that young has come, understood what we are doing and how the soil health matters. They're enjoying agriculture again. We have so many use cases in this, and they're enjoying, and we are also enjoying when a youth comes in. They have such a you say that now, young are so vibrant. So don't think agriculture is all about mud. Soil is actually our what you say that without soil there is no nation. And then when tradition meets, so this is how the traditional wisdom meets when we are doing it. So probably Dr. Purnachand is the right person to make you understand how we are actually understand modern technology into the soil principle. So he'll be the right person. Over to you.
Okay, so thanks for giving the opportunity. So first of all, please, all of you, a kind apologies. My throat is sore and I'm not able to speak loudly. Okay. So yes, as Madam said, actually, the people attention, the grabbing the young generation attention is very difficult, especially in cultivation and the farming activities. Why? Because the technology is far ahead, but still there is a gap existed in the real-time application of the technology into the, the cropping. Okay, the cropping practices. So how to bridge the gap? Okay, so do we have such technology? Can we implement or use such technology? Okay, that is actually just like a cumbersome, means there is always a dilemma in the people, even in the young generation. Why? Because that is the reason they are stepping out of from the farming, and they are moving towards the another practices and another directions. So here, after doing a lot of research, how to bridge the gap, how the technology, so that we are saying that it is a smart era and a smart world, and the people are very Gen Z generation. So how to attract the Gen Z generation by using the smart applications? Will they make them into, will that make them into attract towards the farming activities? Okay, the first one, as Madam said, the soil. The first thing we have to observe is the soil thing. Okay, usually the practice how it would be is the soil will be tested by the nearest the soil testing labs. Okay, or else the farmers will take some soil samples to the Raitu Bharosa Kendras or Krishi Vigyana Kendras. There they will do the chemical testing of the soil, and also sometimes they may get the report immediately. Sometimes they may forget about submitting the report. Okay, it will take a lot of time. But usually the farmers, the crop cycle has been started, they are not able to wait for that amount of time. So usually they'll start applying the traditional practices. Okay, so here we are coming up how the technology will bridge the gap of the soil testing. We are come up with some solution here. That the solution anyway I'll present at the last of this presentation. Okay, so the first one, as ma'am said, so how to see the soil? Okay, the first one is the soil, the microbial activity. So if you have the more microbial content into this in the soil, automatically it will leads to the more organic values. Okay, organic compositions will be increased, which will helpful for the cultivation process. And also here another factor to be considered is the water retention. Okay, so the water retention means usually we have the farmers have the traditional practice of the irrigating their farmland in a traditional way. Why? Because the available resources and available the power supply, they'll release the things. But if you see that the climate changes suddenly, we are we are in a erratic situation and unpredictable situation, a kind that we are unpredictable what will be the next day, what will happen tomorrow, whether it may rain, whether it may, okay, maybe fully sunny, Okay, so there is some uneven weather patterns are happening. Okay, so that thing we need to understand clearly. And coming to the nutrient cycling, okay, usually the people were the farmers were adapted to the chemical fertilization thing. Okay, they are applying the urea, DAP, and zeolite, all these things which are available and which may helpful for the crop to grow. Okay, but actually what would be the cycle, the nutrient cycle? So when it was, whether it is really needed, what actually nutrients that set of nutrients were deficient. Okay, what we need to focus. Okay, why? Because just like a soil is like our body, I think, I think in the farmer community, okay, we need to understand about our BMI, what actually we need or we require. Okay, so if you understand that one, it is very easier to take some accurate decisions which may lead to the increase in the yield at the end. And also one more thing we are talking about is this carbon credits or the carbon sequestration. That is very, very important. So here, if you have a live soil, okay, so the live soil will take the carbon from the atmosphere, and which is also will be helpful for the climate change and the green effect migrations. It will not have any impact on the society. Okay, so yeah, how the digital intelligence like artificial intelligence, what we are talking about, what are the tools and technologies which would be helpful for this the soil to to be managed or to be assessed in the proper way. Okay, so here as a technology company, we are, and also many of the people are working with some, there are advanced soil sensors are available. Okay, they are available even for the low, like a low cost. Okay, if they keep the sensors in the soil itself, which will continuously monitors, okay, what actually this moisture level and the pH level, as well as the temperature, and what would be the your nutrient values will be continuously monitored. And also we have AI powered, we are many people are developing AI powered analytic platforms which will guide the farmers at every stage. They are developing like a day-to-day activities. Okay, when to do, when to apply. And even though, see, the thing is, as ma'am said, uh, getting the people to work in the farms is very difficult right now. Okay, so I can say that the wages or the labors are not available. Okay, that is a major or a hectic problem what even the states of the southern states also facing. Okay, so how the technology will replace that gap? Okay, and also coming to the drones, the drone system was even see, the drones are useful for multiple purposes. Even I think many of the practices are also using in agriculture for spraying the pesticides and as well as these things. The drones also will play a major role in farming practices, and also the satellite mapping. So here there are plenty of applications are available. So these applications like map.api, map. Okay, so on the Microsoft API is there, one of the API is there. Okay, weather.api is there. These are all more accurate and more precise. They are providing the accurate satellite information. Even the what we are using, the Google Maps. The Google Maps also having a different views. Okay, the farmer has to understand at least the utilization of these existing technologies. Okay, so here there is a gap. Why? Because some people may say that the farmer are not educated, but our intention is to, at least the people nowadays, I mean the young generation are young generation people are are very handy towards the smartphones. Okay, at least if you give them some if you educate them, definitely there is a chance. Okay, they can have a chance to visit and they have a chance to see what actually happening around, especially in the farming thing. They know about what actually happening around the world. Okay, but in the same way, if you give them the a provision where the people can come and can educate themselves about all these additional other advanced technologies which are available. Okay, that is also one of our understanding, and the people has to think about how to reach to the young generations. Yeah, I think I'm getting some people raising hands. Shall I answer now? Shall I? I think the Q&A session will keep at the last, at the end. Okay. So please
At
hold.
the end, sir.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So here I have, we have captured some case studies, how this, the precision farming means, how the digital intelligence will help the farmers to get the more yields. Okay, so there is some large scale there is some use case at Punjab. Okay, so whenever they're using this GPS guided machinery, okay, and they're continuously following this the soil mapping thing, and also they have applied some digital tools which will give them the directions how to use the fertilizers, when to use and how to use all these things. So, and also the irrigation practices, the best irrigation practices suggested by this one. So there is a observable change. I can't down by 20%, as well as this the water consumption also taken down to 10%. So here these are all some improvements we can see. I mean, slowly it will be helpful for the farmers, okay, to cut down some sort of cost or any other expenses in other ways. And another thing, so this is okay. There is another question. So there are a smallholder farmers. Okay, so how the smallholder farmers will get benefited? But because they can't take the help of drones or other things. Okay, at least there are some applications which are available. We have the Plantex. Okay, we have the Plantex application. These things, Agri.io. These applications will help the farmers. At least they whenever they have a query, these answer, if you put the query in the place, immediately they may get the response. Okay, and also there are plenty of applications were built very recently. Okay, like us, we have our own application. So whenever the farmer will ask a query, voice based query, immediately they may get back the answer what would be the corrective solution for that. Okay, so likewise there is we need to understand about what are the type of the applications which are available, which will help the farmers at every stage of the cultivation process. Okay, if they get out, they don't need to wait for the guidance from the experts. At least they can post the query, they can get the response immediately. So from data to decisions, here what actually the thing is, how the artificial intelligence will help is, so here the artificial intelligence not only do the I mean, here not we are not against to the traditional practices. Here also we are seeing the traditional practices, but we are making the things smart. Means here when to do and how to apply. Okay, at the means on the correct time. Okay, and the correct measure to be taken. So here the four challenges what we have seen is the precision nutrient management and the adaptive irrigation systems and the crop rotation optimization and biodiversity enhancement. These are the four areas where actually the artificial intelligence will be helpful, and which may indirectly help or directly or indirectly help to the soil regeneration. So coming to the challenges, yes, okay, it is not easy to make things reachable to the people. There are several challenges, like we have how the farmer will adopt this. Okay, so here we have to educate the farmer. Just so slowly the farmer, even if you see that they are using these smart technologies, okay, they're switching on and switching off the motors by using the mobile phones. Okay, so they're sitting at their homes, they're keeping some on button, off button. Likewise, the slowly we have to guide the farmer, okay, to intelligate these practices. Okay, and coming to the next one is digital literacy. Means I think I have seen at KVK Baramati, they'll call the farmers and they'll give the training. Okay, they'll conduct some training programs periodically. Okay, so likewise we have to conduct some training programs. So somebody like the universities, okay, so they have to at least give them awareness about what actually the available applications which may help the farmers and which may simplify the tasks, okay, which are available. Okay, like how to use them, how to get the solution for their query. And one more thing is infrastructure gaps. Yes, we are talking about all these things, but the primary thing is whether the rural areas are I'm sorry. Rural areas are fully connected with the internet. Internet is a hectic challenge. Okay, do we have this internet is available? Okay, so if the internet is not available, so how to, okay, how the farmer can understand all these things. Okay, so there are certain other mechanisms like kiosks are kept at some the places where the farmers can meet, the meeting places, or else the some, I think here in Telangana we have the Sachivalayams, okay, where the farmers will meet. There the government has kept some kiosks, okay, where if the farmer have any doubt, they can place the query. Okay, and immediately they get some response. This response will be validated by the some agronomist or agricultural experts. Okay, and another one is the data privacy and security. Okay, so here do we have any this is a different story actually, but whatever the applications which are building, they are completely they are using the security mechanisms, and there is no point of data breach, and there is nothing to I mean do with the data even. Okay, that's from my understanding. Yeah, and also the people are using the blockchain mechanisms where the application whatever they're building like us, they're using the blockchain second, so the data may not be I mean tampered at any stage. Yeah, so how to move forward? Yes, we are. Yeah,
So I'll take over from here. That's how Nistilas is actually connecting with the farmers, and how exactly we are like upgrading the farmer kids or farmer wives. It's a 360 degrees revenue with a zero wastage model is what our promise is for every farmer. And we are doing it with the field demos. The solution which we are showing is like supportive policies. There are so many government initiatives and the regenerative practices and adoptions are there, but how far it is being available for the people? Because I being a coming into it from the corporate and trying to help the people and all that, I found it very difficult to find right place or a data, proper data. If I have to find farmers who are cultivating sugarcane, I had to go to places interior and then I need to find it. So there are no certain clear, what do you say, that data available any place. So that's a major drawback. And for the students, that's the reason we are collaborating with the partnerships. When we speak about, we are actually doing partnerships with the colleges, schools, government institutes, so that whoever want to do some research or want to come into entrepreneurship, agriculture as an entrepreneurship, so we are supporting them, we are making them, giving all the supported or required resources, and then we are taking them as like, no, we are asking them, please do it. This is how you actually can change the future of Indian farmers. And then sustainable financing, we are actually, there are so many credit what do you say, that insurances, credits available in the market, but then there are small farmers who are not able to access them. It can be any reason. So we are not actually differentiating it or something, but we are, as a private company, we are helping the farmers. So now we have nearly 2 lakh farmers pan India, working very closely with them, and they are ready to change, adopt, and they have adopted this change. So adoption definitely requires support, and that is what we understood. And then it takes about like enabling them. It's about enabling them, because being old school, sometimes I don't know how to use the technology in a proper way. YouTube and all these are a very common things. There's too much of knowledge. What to believe, what not to believe is the biggest problem for any farmers. So there are certain things. So they need a hand-holding system, just like the incubations happening in the college for the entrepreneurs. So farmers need this adoption drive or a support system. And Nistilas and Sentiental are becoming that support system for the farmers. And we are holding them and teaching them, because they know, see, they understand soil better than us. But then there are certain changes which they don't understand, is climate or the science behind why a time means, what do you say, that uneven rains or unexpected rains happening, floods happening, why the climate is changing. There are so many changes. So they understand, they see. So biodynamics is their forte. They understand biodynamics so well that now they know that, okay, June, I need to do this. July, I need to do this. So January, I need to do this in my farm. But now the dynamics have changed. And that is where the AI, the technology, and all this support has to be given to the farmers. And that is where we are lacking. That's exactly the point, because they're not understanding these dynamics, the change in the dynamics. So they're so adamant that now this is how my grandfather used to farm and I'll be doing the same thing, because they're not hesitant or understand, but there is no support system. If I change myself, tomorrow can I get that support? Does it actually affect my crop? Do I get the rate at least what I'm getting right now? These are the fears the farmer has. And what happens if the science take over us? So these are the questions what we are getting. And then now the 2 lakh farmers which we are talking, they're so happy they have adopted. So we have the field demos happening. We have the young kids who actually do their internships in the farms. So we take them as the interns, and we are actually putting them as the farm managers in every farm, where these young kids understand the science and the farmers understand the soil, and we are integrating them and building a better farmer and a future global, means it's kind of like
Ecosystem.
the ecosystem building. That's exactly what we are doing. So young are the future. And then the local language training is what we are doing. So as we said, we have our own app. We actually work on these satellite monitoring, drone piloting, and then we have other things. So we included food as a part of it. So we are buying it. The farmer, whoever is collaborating, they have a fear that, okay, we'll be doing this farming on your suggestions or according to your suggestions. But what happens? We don't get the rate. So we had to take that pain as well when we are doing that R&D and all of these are the questions. So we have actually formed Nistalas as a part of it, where it actually handles the complete food processing from the farmers. So once this is a first step where we do a soil reformation and all this, and then we come into food. So we are buying it from the farmers directly at the farm level with the market rates, and then farmers, they're paid on spot. So there are nothing actually like there's no hidden things, there's no middleman involved. And we are actually teaching the young kids, the farmer women, as the entrepreneurs. Again, we are grouping nearly 30 to 40 farmer women and making as a small group of entrepreneurs, where actually they'll be joining us as a this thing. So where food and all that beyond this. So this is how the integrated ecosystem works. So regenerative farming, women-led kitchens, AI nutrition, and eco-logistics. So this is how the complete blockchain is being built. So till now, this is our impact, where nearly 1 lakh farmers have been empowered, building a sustainable livelihoods. And then 10,000 women have become farmer women, has become women entrepreneurs, creating their own income as an opportunity with micro kitchens, food processing, and all that. So this is majorly our mission statement, where we are building a sustainable AI-enabled food ecosystem that connects farmers, women entrepreneurs, and consumers, creating a healthier, transparent, and traceable soil to soul journey to India. So these are our things. And then food crisis is what we are trying to solve. Still, we have to go a long way, but then we have achieved a part of it. So where the problem one is like, now let me speak about the problems which we have actually recognized. What is a fragmented supply chain, then low trust in food qualities, and then the limited opportunities for the rural women. So, and then insufficient farm to fork systems, because this is a major problem. Even the first three can be attended. This is a very big problem which actually we have observed. Majorly the logistic kiosks, because there is a lot of middlemen involved. The storage system is very bad. And then nutrition lack, there is no nutrition mapping. And there is a lot of wastage because of the perishable and no safety and all that. So this is how we are fixing it now. Connected the AI ecosystem. So we have a real-time monitoring and all that. Then integrated stakeholder community. So we do a contract with the buyers. We don't actually believe on the middleman or the local markets. And then it is a data driven. This has been proven. Last 20 years, we have actually worked on this. We have proven this method. And last 3 years, we are successfully doing it. And then regenerative agrivoltaics. So we are now actually asking governments also, some of the government bodies, where we have a barren lands, barren mines, which will be a very good combination for solar energy generation and crop production as well. So that was the next step which we are working on, agrivoltaics, IoT monitoring and AI insights. This is a very big revolutionary thing which we are actually achieved, we should say. Up to 60% we are successful in that. And then this is actually we are connecting with the schools, colleges, and the institutional meals. We are not talking about individual retail, Swiggy, Zomato, but this is actually purely the large meals where school children, young kids, and then the entrepreneurs where large crowd is involved. So we are actually personalizing those nutritional things and all that. And then, yeah, this is actually the solution, efficient, eco-friendly delivery, where we are working on solar vehicles and then EV vehicles. We know that EV vehicles, actually we want to replace every EV vehicle also later on as a solar vehicles. So, and we have the cold chain, we have our own thing, and whatever comes from the farm goes back to the farm. Our policy is a zero wastage model. So we are not wasting anything. Yeah. So these is the ecosystem how we are building it: farming, production, nutrition, and delivery. So yeah, and this is a ecosystem, farming ecosystems, which we are planning to. And this is how it is globally. This is what actually is required. So enhanced by 2025, we are now actually 2050. We want to become a complete solution for global food security. So that by 2040, if we are going in the same pace, we'll be completely automated. So it is not about precision farming or anything. It is data replaces guesswork, and we are doing exactly the same. And then profit replaces the uncertainty. That's our motto. That's what we are working on. And then this is how the 360 degrees impact what we are creating. That's it. So yeah, this is what we are doing. And yeah, our emails are there. And any questions, we are open for the questions, Ankurji.
यदि किसी भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को कोई डाउट है इस पर्टिकुलर पीपीटी पे, दो एक्सपर्ट्स हमारे पास हैं इंडस्ट्री सिस्टम के, बहुत बड़े रिनाउंड अपने आप में, तो आप कोई भी बात कर सकते हैं, कोई क्वेश्चन अपना पूछ सकते हैं, दोनों मोड में पूछ सकते हैं, हिंदी में भी, इंग्लिश में भी, और तेलुगु भी शायद थोड़ी बहुत आती होगी मैडम।
तेलुगु बहुत अच्छी तरह आती है, हिंदी, तेलुगु, इंग्लिश, कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं।
हाँ, पूछिए, अब 3 मोड में पूछ सकते हैं।
But we want to make it more interactive so that na question and answers should be more.
So shall we play our video? So
Okay, give us a 5 minutes. I want to show you, before you ask the questions, we want to play a video, Ankurji, where actually our soil system, which we are doing, right? So we want to show it. That's a patented product of ours. How it works, actually, we want to show it. So then there'll be more questions.
चैट बॉक्स में एक क्वेश्चन आया है।
And we are happy to announce that now we are actually, this is a patented product of ours now. And successfully we have nearly 3 lakh, above 3 lakh successful use cases. Understand the data is there. Can you share the viewpoint of botanical fungicides in model production practices? Their impact and availability as compared to synthetic fungicides.
Fungicides, okay.
गुड इवनिंग मैम।
Yeah.
मैम कुछ क्वेश्चंस है, जैसे इसमें जो सॉइल वगैरह जो हम लोग रखते हैं, तो वो क्या जो हम लोग केमिकल के थ्रू जो सॉइल टेस्ट करते हैं, तो जिस जो प्रोसेस से गुजरते हैं, वो क्वार्टरिंग वगैरह करके और तब जो सैम्पलिंग जो भी करते हैं, वो सेम वो प्रोसेस करके ये सैंपल कलेक्ट करना होता है क्या इसमें?
ओके, ये कैसा काम करती है? आप एक्चुअली 8 जगहों से हम लोग सैंपल कलेक्ट करते हैं, आधा फीट के नीचे से, बिकॉज ऊपर का सॉइल ऑलरेडी कभी कभी इफ इट इज यूज्ड और हार्वेस्टेड द बिफोर ईयर आल्सो, दे विल बी केमिकल डिपॉजिट्स, केमिकल्स रहते हैं उसमें सॉइल में। अगर पहले साल हार्वेस्ट करे, अगर 5-10 साल यूज नहीं करे लैंड को तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट देन आधा फीट नीचे से हम लोग लेते हैं सॉइल, देन वो जो मार्क रहता है, एंड ड्राई रहना चाहिए, बिकॉज पीएच कितना रिटेन कर रही है सॉइल, सॉइल ड्राई होने के बाद ही पता चलती है। वेट सॉइल में ऑलरेडी पानी है तो वो पीएच का कैलकुलेशन गलत आती है। तो इसमें पीएच का भी कैलकुलेशन, पीएच कितना रिटेन करती है वो भी देते हैं, कितना चाहिए नाइट्रोजन, पोटेशियम, बोरॉन, एवरीथिंग, एंड ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट भी देते हैं हम लोग। एंड उसके हिसाब से सॉइल का टेस्ट करके जो चाहिए उतना ही हम लोग एक्चुअली सॉइल को खिलाते हैं। दैट्स एग्जैक्टली। एंड एवरी 3 मंथ्स मीन्स एवरी, यूजुअली फर्स्ट क्रॉप डालने के बाद एवरी 1 वीक से 10 डेज कंटिन्यूअसली लेते हैं। एंड देन we have our own herbicides, plant derivated enzymes, bioenzymes and all that. So we are not using, our farmers are not using any chemical components in the soil. So we even sanitize the soil as well if it is more chemical field. So पहले soil को भी sanitize करते हैं, then फिर check करते हैं, then actually अगर required then again we do it. So that's how we are doing it. एंड देन उसके बाद एक्चुअली सॉइल का पहले ट्रीटमेंट शुरू करते हैं, एंड सॉइल को ही ट्रीट करते हैं, हम लोग प्लांट को ट्रीट नहीं कर रहे। एक बार सॉइल फर्टाइल हो जाती है, प्लांट ऑटोमेटिकली ग्रो करने के लिए आसान हो जाती है, एंड दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट वी आर डूइंग। सो फार्म में
मैम एक और क्वेश्चन।
हाँ
मैम जैसे पहले मैम आप बता बोलिए, उसके बाद मैं क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ। जैसे मेरा अलग थोड़ा सा इससे डिफरेंट है, जैसे
Okay.
फूड वगैरह जो होता है जो हम लोग खाते हैं,
हाँ,
तो क्या ये जो मशीन है वो फूड में जो भी पेस्टिसाइड है या फिर जो भी न्यूट्रिएंट है, क्या वो भी चेक कर सकती है?
चेक कर सकती है, बिकॉज ये सॉइल को 19 पैरामीटर्स में जब चेक कर रहे हैं, केमिकल्स को भी चेक करेगी ये। इसीलिए वी हैव ऐप के थ्रू करते हैं। ऐप एक्चुअली हमको सैटेलाइट भी मॉनिटर करती है, ऊपर का भी जो सॉइल के नीचे जो हो रही है ये भी देती है, सॉइल के ऊपर जो प्लांट के ऊपर जो भी हो रही है वो भी बताती है, फूड को भी एक्चुअली चेक करती है। एंड दैट्स द रीजन हम लोग एक्चुअली 360 डिग्रीज इकोसिस्टम बना रहे हैं।
So the thing is, we have to change the mode actually. So the soil, just like whatever we have shown, is for the especially for soil, and whatever the machine learning algorithm what we use inside will understand the soil, and which will give I mean the results based on the soil. And also we have one more model deployed that is for the food, the chemical presence on top of the food. Okay. So at least they will say that here it will shows it is quantified, means we could able to measure what actually the presence of the particular chemical thing. But coming to that one, the food thing, they will only detects, means it is like a binary kind of a thing, whether the particular chemical is presented or not, yes or no, that's it. It can't be quantified that much. That is the still we are working on.
और डीप जाने के लिए तो फूड लैब्स अलग सा है, बिकॉज ना एफएसएसआई एंड ऑल दैट हैव देयर ओन पैरामीटर्स। सो फार्मिंग में जितना तक हमको चाहिए वहां यहाँ से ले रहे हैं, बाकी का फूड ग्रेड में फूड लाइसेंसेस के साथ कर रहे हैं हम लोग। सो एफएसएसआई में हम लोग एक्चुअली जो मैं खुद एक्चुअली एक इंटरनल ऑडिटर हूँ, मैं पढ़ रही हूँ, मैं जान रही हूँ फूड लाइसेंसेस एंड हाउ द फूड एक्चुअली टू बी पैक्ड, मतलब stored and all that, and then we are teaching it to the people as well, the women we are actually empowering, so वो लोग भी सीख रहे हैं हमसे, so end to end solution there है so that ना better food can come out.
Good evening, ma'am.
Madam,
Good evening,
okay.
respected dignitaries. Can I ask some questions?
Yes, please.
Hello. Good
Yes,
evening,
yes, please
respected
go ahead,
dignitaries.
Mr. Anand.
Can we estimate micronutrients as well with the help of this device?
Yes, yes. So we are already, there is a list of 19 parameters, what you said. So
Hmm.
as we have the major nutrients like NPK, we're also
So is it precise if we are
yes,
going through AAS, atomic exhaustion spectrophotometer? So is it try and tested or what?
yes, exactly. We have collaborated with different KVKs, okay, and also some agriculture universities which are presented here in Telangana, and even we are connected with KVK Baramati, and we are doing the this all
Is
testing.
there any certification of this device
Yes,
regarding that?
yes, we have the certification from here, Horticulture University of Telangana, which is presented. They have their own soil testing labs. Okay, so they have tested our device and they have certified. But still, we are also applied for ICAR certification as well as this NARAM certification. Okay, they are
That will be nice.
yes.
What about the cost? What of the price of this?
See, the thing is, the cost of the prototype, what we have built and we have tested, which is almost all 40,000 above. Okay. So, but whenever it is going for a bulk production, we can further reduce the cost.
Still
Thank you so much.
lots of upgradations are
Yes,
happening,
and
and it
also
is with the app.
yes,
It is just not the system what we are giving, the complete solution for the farm.
and
Thank you,
also
thanks, ma'am.
we are thinking about the same device can be used for can also be used for the water testing also. Okay, we have come up with another module, the additional module where you can pour some water and that is the same thing, which would able to test the water contamination, what would the TDS presence and any other.
Including heavy metals?
Yes, yes, zinc, okay, arsenic, all these things, cadmium. Okay, is there any presence of the metals also? We are working on it. Still, it is under research. Okay. So why? Because it should be a single point of solution for multi-purpose. Okay. So that's what actually we are bringing out. Why? Because even if you are asking the farmers to buy, it is very difficult. Why? Because I think so. That's why we want to come up with a different multiple solutions. It's with a single device. We are trying it.
That's nice. So is it sensor based or what?
Yes, exactly. It is a sensor based which will work on the visible spectrum.
UVs.
Yes, UVs.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other questions, please?
Good evening. I am Dr. Neeraja Pasupuleti.
Yeah, ma'am. Good evening.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, from Department of Botany, Cluster University, Karnal.
Ma'am.
I would like to know whether your efficacy testing and all that, will you collaborate with any university for your field trials?
Yes,
You know,
ma'am.
you're talking about the device, and here in the area where I'm working is drought hit area, and farmers are very poor. And from the university side, I'm doing a lot of extension work
Yes,
and
ma'am.
educating the farmers and giving training in the direction of the organic farming.
Yes, okay.
And our university conducted a workshop regarding the CHO method, organic farming and all. So I have associated with 1,000 farmers. So in that connection, I would like to
And we are
interact with
looking out
you.
for we are actually doing it. We are connected with certain universities as well, like Watson and all that. We have MOUs with them where we are working very closely with the kids, and we are connecting the kids to as I said during the presentation also. We would love to collaborate with the universities and colleges and individuals who want to do a R&D research on certain things also. We are definitely looking out. So if we all join together, then actually only this can happen. So we would love to join and
No,
develop.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please leave your address and how
Yes,
to
yes.
communicate with you, so
Oh,
that we are interested to have MOU with you also.
surely.
Because I'm more interested in sustainable agriculture.
We are doing it. We
So
have our
we
own formulas
introduced,
now.
sorry?
We have our own formulas as well. So it has been proven formulas where we are doing in from the old manuscripts and all that. We have taken something. That's what we did last 25 years. As I said, you both were working on that. He was working on the soil. And our agriculture is so favorable, and our soils are so fertile yet, because of the usage of chemical and all that, they are actually dying, or else still the Indian lands are very fertile.
Yes, yes. Basically, my specialization is soil microbiology,
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm the coordinator for the smart tribal farming project. There's a national project in the digitalization
Yes.
and the technology use and all that we are studying.
Okay.
So in that correction, I would like to have a collaboration with you all.
Surely, ma'am.
So actually, we are planning to do research in the area of biostimulants and biofertilizers. And in what way? How can I connect with you? In which area?
Biofertilizers,
collaboration?
we have our biofertilizers, we have our own manufacturing units as well. So probably you can join us on that, because herbicides and weedicides, we are working on it.
So research part.
Yes, anything we can discuss that. So probably you can take our numbers from the Ankarji, and probably we can connect them.
Please leave your number in the chat box.
We'll do that.
So that I will contact you. Which actually, where is it located, your industry?
We are in Hyderabad, ma'am.
Okay, no issue. 150 kilometers only, na? 200.
Yes.
200 kilometers away
Visit
from
your
you.
college.
Yeah, you can. It's a new one, and one is Cluster University Kashmir, and this is the Cluster University Kannur.
Okay.
And this is a new concept. This Ministry of Human Resources participation and state government participation.
Oh.
So it is a new one, and coming up, we want to set up a new, a center of excellence in that. So I'm looking for the sustainable agriculture, and this smart tribal farming also I'm associated, sending the project proposals, along with there is an person, Professor Moni, he's doing that one. So I need the research part and extension activity with the farmers.
Sure, ma'am.
1,000 farmers.
Shortly, ma'am. That would be actually a big thing. We'll be doing it, ma'am. We'll be connecting with you.
And the thing is, it is a drought area. Only farmers will go for this cotton and then some millets.
Okay.
This
So
area.
we're not choosing any commodity as in such. Farmer is more important. And as we said, the labor intense and all that. So we are actually planning for robotic arms for them as well in the farming, so that it will be more easier and which will be very precision for them. So that's in the future, as the drones and all that.
But the thing
connected.
is, you said no, your product is 40,000 rupees. These farmers are reeling under the poverty. So how can we,
This is actually for
introduce
the people who are into the corporate farming and the big landowners. They'll be buying it because they doesn't require our services. But the farmers, what we are doing per acre, it is somewhere around 100 to 200 rupees is what we are charging, and we are being there with them. So we are training them. So we'll be present over there in every farm. So our kids would be there in the farm, and the farmer will be understanding the process.
So we have
I have sent a proposal to the government of India under the Spurti scheme for the millet processing unit, and it is in the pipeline. So in that connection, I have 1,000 farmers with us. I wanted to turn these 1,000 farmers into entrepreneurs. That is my mission. In that connection, I'm seeking your collaboration.
Surely, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, there are so many questions in the chat box, so I can read for you. So the one is, could you please provide information on how a BSc Agriculture student can attach with you as an intern, as I would really like to take hands-on experience on how the company works.
Okay. So what we do is, like, after this meeting, we'll actually send a note across, and probably Ankur ji, आप ना actually circulate कर सकते हैं group में, because we are looking out for
जी
the
जी
interns, and then we can take it forward, and even the colleges who want to connect also. So we'll be discussing with it, and Ankur ji will be circulating that.
Okay, ma'am. And some participant wants to know the soil test machine name.
It is Saram. Okay, so Saram means the soil
Fertility.
fertility. So we name it as Saram, which is like a soil assessment and real-time adaptive mission, monitoring mission. Okay, so that is the expansion of Saram. Okay, self.
Okay, sir. So yeah, there is a question. Sir, can you please share the viewpoint on botanical fungicides in modern production practices, their impact and availability as compared to synthetic fungicides?
Exactly. The I think these botanical fungicides, these are all acceptable, but only one challenge we need to understand is the toxins. Okay, the toxination thing. We have to observe. So whenever we are mixing different kinds of things, okay, so we have to see that after a few amount of time, or after few, I think to mixing
Repetitions.
repetitions and mixing processes. So what would be the toxination thing? We need to thoroughly check. Okay, why? Because we're also seeing for this one the biofertilizers and all these things. Okay, so yes, these biofungicides are all acceptable, but only the challenge is the toxin should not be toxicated. So that thing we need to clearly. So that thing should be come from the mixing process. So what actually we are missing, we should have a prior understanding actually.
And
Okay.
as the synthetic fungicides and all that, this also has a expiration as well.
Exactly.
And there is kind of how you're mixing the quantities of it. The formulation should be properly monitored, and how you are actually giving it to the plant also, that also makes a lot of difference. And the soil again, red soil, sandy soil, black soil, what exactly the soil, it all depends on the soil as well. So you need to understand these botanical fungicides, and these combinations are exclusively made to the soil and the need of the, and what kind of a farm you are going to do, cultivation and all.
Okay. So are there any government schemes or carbon credit programs for methane emissions from agriculture?
So we are not sure actually. There is actually, I think ICCT is there, one of the Indian the carbon credit system assessment system actually. So
Still it is in progress. A lot of actually, because now the data has to be captured, a lot of data has to get into it, and then there is no blockchain or a transparency to it, and then still probably like you can check on these government websites, that would be the better place, because still there is a lot of confusion and debating happening, how the credits is being calculating,
exactly.
how they are doing it, how actually they can bank, and there are so many things happening, a lot of debate is happening. So yeah, we need to wait on that.
Okay. And Ritu Rajput is saying informative session. Ma'am, from where it gets to so that farmer can check nutrients on their own. And what is the price of the device?
We are actually connecting with the agri clinics. We are setting up next year the plan. Now we are actually confident, and as we got the patent and all that, and we have certain number of farmers with us. So every tier 2 and tier 3 cities, we want to set up our own agri clinics, where it will be like now the training programs will be held, and then the colleges. That's the one reason why we are looking out for these partnerships, so that the young kids can be the monitors over there, teach them, and then that's how the even the farmer don't have to spend money on the machines. See, spending machine on the machines for a farmer is not worth. So we are actually setting up our own clinics over there, and that's my job. And the young kids who doesn't want to get into the farming but they are interested in agriculture can join us on the setting up of the agri clinics. So in that way, still they are in the agriculture.
So we're providing services to the farmers. Okay, we have some service strategies with us. Okay, so
Okay,
that's what.
so the one person wants the details of IoT device.
Yeah,
So
means what actually
What
he's.
IoT devices are so many, and then
please I don't know what he wants to say. Is there only please share the IoT device details? So it must be something.
Yeah, okay. I
Okay,
think
so
So it's all about
uh,
precision farming, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah. So I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he's asking about our device thing. Okay. So anyway, that we'll share that thing with you. Okay.
The PPT
And
will be shared.
Yeah.
rest are saying this is such an impactful and very very knowledgeable session for literally सच में बहुत अच्छा लगा और we want कि हमारे आगे कोई भी conferences हो, so we want your blessings on that also. And अंकुर सर आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
मैडम ने कहने लायक छोड़ा ही नहीं है, बहुत बेहतरीन, बहुत
It
ही
was
बेहतरीन।
such literally it was such an impactful session, really.
So last one sentence, what we say is like now, let us cultivate a future where agriculture is smart, soil is alive, and the farmer thrives. Farmer has to thrive, not the plants and the crop has to thrive. Farmer has to thrive. That's our motto. So please join us in this movement. Support us, join us, whatever way you can. And we are here to help you out. And let's make a better place for farmers. And Ankurji, all to yours. Over to you.
फरवरी में चंडीगढ़ में मिलते हैं मैडम ऑफलाइन।
पक्का मिलते हैं चंडीगढ़ में।
Somebody has risen.
Somebody has raised a hand. Chotilal. Somebody has raised the hand. Is any other questions?
Chotilal, are you
हुआ है
here?
मैडम, आई थिंक बाय मिस्टेक हुआ, आई थिंक।
ओके, सो ठीक है अंकल जी, जो भी हमसे बात करना चाहते हैं, हमसे जुड़ना चाहते हैं, इंटर्न्स हो,
हम
प्रोफेसर
डेफिनेटली आपका ईमेल आईडी और अगर आप अलाउ करेंगे तो हम कांटेक्ट नंबर भी दे देंगे, ठीक है?
हाँ जी सर, ग्रुप में डाल दीजिए। एनीवेज वी आर शेयरिंग दिस पीडीएफ प्रेजेंटेशन पीडीएफ एज वेल।
ठीक है, आप प्लीज मुझे भेज दीजिए, मैं सबको भेज देता हूँ
हाँ जी
पार्टिसिपेंट्स।
सर, आई डू दैट।
ठीक है सर एंड मैडम, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका। बाय बाय, गुड नाइट। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Good night, sir. Good night, ma'am.
Good night.
And all the participants may leave.